What are you going to do with the four-wheel drive?
Kakadu, Fraser Island.
Or maybe just school pickup.
Oh, I think they're great. They look really good. So I like the height.
If I could buy one, I probably would.
As the number of SUVs surges in our cities and suburbs, there are calls for drastic measures to force more of them off the road.
I think that what we should be doing is attacking this on a number of fronts, and one of them is not making road lane widths any wider than they already are, so that people are not encouraged to keep on buying bigger and bigger cars all the time.
And if parallel parking sends you into panic mode, get this. The other suggestion is to make urban car spaces smaller to box out the bush bashers.
Parking spots in Australia were designed for the 79 Ford Falcon. The average parking spot in Australia is 5.5 metres. That is more than half a metre more than Europe. Oh, shit. Now, if that was in Europe, that would be way worse.
They don't take up that much room.
Not ideal.
People are still going to drive their cars, aren't they? And they're just going to be this close to the car next door.
I think it's really important that we are actually nudging people towards smaller rather than larger cars.
But four-wheel drive obsessed Aussies don't want to be nudged. SUV sales skyrocketing from a quarter of new car sales a decade ago to half of new car sales today. It's a high-speed takeover that experts say is fuelled by tax incentives.
When the purchase price of a car is reduced through a tax advantage, some people take that in the form of a more expensive or larger car.
Critics arguing SUVs are not only less safe, with larger cars disproportionately likely to injure pedestrians, but also bad for the environment, with the world's 330 million gas guzzlers spewing out about 1 billion tonnes of pollution, enough for an entire country. But some are asking, what's the problem?
We are a nation of one-day drivers. We buy the car because one day we're going to put a boat or a caravan on the back and go for a giant tour, and we need something to tow it.
So are we prepared to reverse our four-wheel drive fetish, or is our SUV love affair too far gone?
I mean, that scratch was already there. Any witnesses?
That's not even your car, which worries me greatly.
I know. I borrowed my boss's car today, one of our boss's cars, and I literally, they were like, don't hit the cone, and I just hit the cone.
Yeah.
So
Straight over the top. That's why it's a four-wheel drive.
yeah, it's too hard to drive. I'm scared. We need to ban SUVs.
Really?
Theoretically, I agree with the critics. Personally, I would like my own SUV. I would like one to fit all of my things. You see women and they like with prams, and when you kind of need all your things, or you're a tradie or something, I get it. I don't think that making parking spots smaller is going to help.
Crazy. You can't make the roads small. The road's not big enough as it is. It can't get any small. What are we going to do?
More accidents.
A second ago you wanted to ban SUVs.
No, you don't ban them, but leave the road the same size.
I have an SUV.
Okay.
And I also have a kid that plays soccer, and I'm also a mum.
Oh no, Sarah.
And you've got short hair.
And I got short hair. Hello. But mine's like a little Barbie four-wheel drive. It can actually fit into the small car-only car parks.
Oh, really?
But it's the height. It's not the girth. It's the height.
Well, the girth is girth is not important. It's all about, you know what I'm saying?
That's right. It's like to slip right into that park.
That got so weird at the end there, you know. Anyway. Sometimes you just need a park that fits you perfectly. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the other parks to compare
Just
it
move
to.
on, Sarah. Just...